this is the card I'll be showing you how to make today. I kind of want to highlight this gorgeous garden dies. There's actually two full sheet dies in here that are absolutely gorgeous that I can't wait to show you how to use. But this card's kind of cool because I've only die cut a portion of the DSP. So I'm going to show you kind of a cool trick of how to do that. I also kind of use that same technique on this card except on the bottom half of it. So that's another cool sample technique to use. Also on this other die, these leaves, I've done a couple little just simple cards using the background dies there. So kind of a cool couple of projects here, but I'm going to focus on this card. So first we'll take our die here, and then a piece from the Masterfully Made DSP here. It's super pretty. And then our die set, or our die cut die here. And we'll set that to the side. I'm going to bring in my Big Shot here, and we'll see how this fits on the table. Not very well, but we'll make it work. Because I want you to see kind of how I get this and work with this. So I'm going to have my platform here. So I'll have my number 1, number 2 shim, and number 3 plexiglass plates. And then I'm going to grab my dies and DSP here. I'll place this right here like so. And we are going to run the grassy side first. So it should look something like this, but we are going to turn it at an angle. So we want that diagonal, run it through diagonally because we're going to stop a portion of the way through so that we can get that the die knot to die cut that portion so we can stamp our little greeting and show off a fancy technique here. So you're going to line this up kind of diagonally crooked on here, and then go ahead and place your plexiglass plate over top. And then we're just going to run this through. And you can kind of see the top corner here, right there. And I'm just going to go up until that kind of just barely disappears into the white part there. And then I'm going to crank it back through the other way. And move this out of the way. And then we should be able to open up and see what we did. I set all this aside, and we can carefully take this off because there's lots of fun little pieces here, but it should just peel right nicely off and come all out just like that. So you may have a few extra pieces to poke through and stuff, but that should be pretty much what you should come out with. And it's really cool because it's like it started to get die cut, but then it has this cool floral border there. So that's like one of my absolute favorite parts of this little technique here. So once you have this, I took a 5x6 piece of Lost Lagoon cardstock, and I'm going to fold it in half to make a small little note card, like so here. And then this part gets a tad bit messy, so grab some scrap paper here, and we're going to flip over this and take our Tombow, and you're going to want to glue all over and make sure you get your little pieces and everything, because as we cut off the edge and borders, we want all the pieces to be attached to our, oops, I have an extra little piece there, attached to our Lost Lagoon base cardstock. So just make sure you get glue on all those little pieces there, and we should be good to go. Okay, so once you have that done, we're going to flip it over and grab our cardstock here. Be careful not to set it back in your glue. That's one important part of this. And then we are going to lay this on here, like so. And just put a bit of pressure on it to get everything to stick like we want it to, and all the little pieces. So this is what we should have. Should look like something like this. And then all we're going to do is just trim off the edges and loose pieces here. So go ahead and take your paper snips and go at it. Okay, so once you've finished, this is what you should have. I think this is just absolutely gorgeous as is. It just kind of fades in, and the DSP could not accent this die and this technique more. But just super fun, really pretty. I'm going to grab some of the wave trim here, the neutrals, and just wrap that around here and tie a nice little knot up at the top third. There we go. So we have that. And then I am going to pull in some flowers that I already made from the paper florist dies. And I've posted some other videos on how to make these specific flowers. So if you haven't seen those, go back and watch those. And that'll just show you kind of how I got those. But I'm just going to add some glue and pop these on here. And this one's got a dimensional on the back, so that makes it super easy. And we'll add one to this. Put a little bit of glue to this guy. Last but not least, I'm going to take some Pretty Peacock with a Thinking of You from the Wonderful Thoughts stamp set here, and just ink that up in the Pretty Peacock color, and we're going to stamp that right up here at the top, like so. And there we have it, a super easy card. Really pretty, really cool technique. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you need help on the flowers, go back and watch those other videos on how I put together the paper florist dies and all the dies and flowers there. Anyways, thanks for watching.